I am falling through the attic. That's a pretty decent amount of stuff. Hey friends, it's me, Amy Rebecca, your internet bestie for all things personal development, intentional living and dream chasing, and I am chasing a nightmare today. Wow, these lights are really washing me out today. It's giving Corpse Bride. I know a lot of you have been really excited for me to reintroduce this series, and here it is. If you are new, then welcome to the seemingly never-ending journey that I am on to create a more intentional and less cluttered life for myself. I have a whole playlist of decluttering videos that you can binge on. I'll link it down below. But for today, like I said, we're returning to the attic. Now, last year, I set myself a goal to declutter and organize the attic. And that did not come to fruition. So we're going up against it again, but this time I'm bringing a different strategy. I'm going to give myself 2 hours. 2 hours is enough time to really like dig in and get some stuff done, but it's not really long enough to start to feel overwhelmed and fatigued. What I'm gonna do is pick 1 week out of each month where for 2 hours a day, I pop up into the attic, get as much done as I can, and then come back down. That's 10 hours a week, because I'm only doing Monday, Friday. Like, I'm not a hero, I'm not doing this on the weekends. And I think that's gonna work. Send help for me, we're gonna do it. Let's do it, let's go. She's got the essentials, caffeine and Netflix. Let's go. Taking her life into her hands every time she comes up here. So obviously I'm not going to stand here and pretend that this is looking great, because we still have a whole bunch of boxes, we have stuff sprawled out everywhere, and there's just so much stuff in here. But it's not as bad as I was expecting. So the first challenge is always to find a place to put the camera. The lighting up here sucks. It is what it is. There's not a lot of space. The attic actually isn't completely boarded up, so there are big holes in the floor. We need to be careful I don't prop you down there. I also need to be careful that I don't stand there, because I will fall through the ceiling. I'm going to use a new method this time when I'm decluttering, just because I think it'll speed up the process and also help things to be a little bit less confusing. Because the thing is, if I'm decluttering downstairs, like in the main house, then I like to work category by category. But in the attic, it's just an assortment of random things that aren't necessarily stored with any real purpose or intention. They're just kind of thrown together in random boxes. So what I'm going to do is use a 3-box method. We're going to have the box of stuff. That's going to be box number 1. Box number 2 is going to be an empty box, and anything from the first box that needs to be gotten rid of, whether that's donated, sold, thrown away, and anything to keep is going to go into box number 3. Then once box number 1 is empty, I'm going to go through box 3 and put all of the like things together that fit into the same category back into box 1, and anything that really doesn't belong there is going to stay in box 3. And as we work through each of the boxes, eventually we should be able to go through and group everything together as we go. Does that make sense? Do you think that's gonna work? It's worth a go, in my opinion. I'm gonna start with these boxes of crafting stuff. Back when I went through my breakup, I got into a little bit of a crafting obsession, shall we say, and so that is why I have several thousand balls of wool. So this should be a pretty easy one. Let's just have a rummage through and see how it goes. Okay, that's box 1 done. If you can hear maniacal screams, that's because the primary school next door just got out and all the kids are like running amok. So I emptied out box number 1. Here is the to-go box, which just has some pieces of cardboard in it. Everything else was to keep, because if you're a crafter, then you know, okay? You know, you just can't get rid of that wool, okay? So this is the to keep box, and what I'm gonna do now is go back through, put all of the wool back in the original box, and anything random that's just kind of ended up in there is gonna stay in this box. That way we're grouping things together and organizing as we go. love to tell you that that's all the wool we have up here, but that would be a bald-faced lie. Because I also have this that I can't even lift. Rinse and repeat, baby. Rinse and repeat. I love it when a plan comes together. That last big bag that had all the wool in also had a lot of fabric and fabric scraps in for the sewing that I decided to take up a couple years ago. Anyway, I just opened another box and that also has fabric in, which means we can combine the two and all of a sudden things are starting to come together, if you see what I mean. So this last box, I need to get to the gym. This last box has a bunch more like craft stuff in it, so I'm gonna go through, do the exact same thing, get rid of anything that I don't want to keep into this box. Anything I do want to keep will come into here, and then we can combine all of the fabric stuff from the last bag and the fabric stuff from this box, put them together, and that will be organized. Okay, another box. So heavy. I have no idea what's in here. Oh, this is stuff from when I was teaching. Oh, cute. Stuff that the kids made me. I love you, teacher. You are the best in the whole world. Need to keep that. Need to keep it. Christmas decorations. They do not belong in there. Oh, stuff I bought at the souk when I lived in Bahrain. Okay, I understand. So a lot of this looks like it's stuff that is ornaments or things that are really sentimental to me that I just have no space for downstairs, but that I want to keep for when I buy a house. Maybe that was the thought process when I put all this stuff together, because it seems kind of random. Everybody needs a zebra head in their lives, okay? You just do. You just need one. Yay! Christmas decorations! A tiny hat from Vietnam. Oh, that's cute. Amy, do not get distracted. Don't do it. Put the lid back on the box and walk away. Oh, Rome! I have no idea how long I was just prattling away talking to you before I realized that the battery had died. So here we are. I emptied out that last box using the same system, put aside stuff I wanted to keep, grouped it all together, and then put all the stuff I wanted to get rid of into the other box. And my time is just about to be up for today. I've got like 3 minutes left. So let me just show you what I've accomplished. So in here is all of the stuff that I want to get rid of that needs to be sold or donated. And then in here is just absolute rubbish that we're gonna stick into the bin. I'd say that's a pretty decent amount of stuff for just 2 hours. So we'll be back again tomorrow and we're gonna delve a little bit more into this. Send your thoughts and prayers because it's a lot. Oh hey, I just felt like now would be a good time to mention that my new ebook, Less Junk, More Joy, is finally available. If you're new to decluttering and you have no idea where to start, or even if you've tried it a lot in the past and it just never seems to stick, or you give up halfway through, this is the ebook for you. I break down all of my favorite and most useful tips and tricks for decluttering, and I share a 10-week schedule to help you go through and declutter all the different areas of your home. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. Go and check it out. So it's day 2. I got another 2-hour decluttering session ahead of me, and I guess today I want to make myself emotionally unhinged, because up here somewhere I know there's a box of stuff that I put aside when my engagement ended. It's stuff that Cody gave me, it's Valentine's Day cards, it's jewelry, it's anything that reminded me of him. Oh my gosh, don't cry yet. You haven't even seen the box. You don't even know where it is. I know that's up here and I would like to open it up. I don't know why. At some point I'm gonna have to come face to face with that box. So why not now? Also, I think there are diamonds in it and I think I'm ready to face those diamonds now. If I were a box of painful mementos, where would I be? Under the Christmas stuff. Ugh.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack.
She's not crying, you're crying. Why is my Carrie Underwood ticket in here? I wish I'd brought tissues with me. I'm not climbing back down the ladder to get them. Okay, bear with me because I was just sitting on the floor staring into that box for so long that my right foot is completely dead now. So this has been a wildly emotional experience because I don't know what I was expecting when I opened up the box. I kind of thought it was going to hurt like hell, if I'm being completely honest. But the reality is I opened up this box and it's just, I'm healed. I guess I'm healed because yes, I completely bawled my eyes out. Completely bawled my eyes out. But I don't feel sad. I don't feel hurt. I don't feel pain. I just feel this rush of emotion, but it's positive. I feel happy. I feel happy that I got all these experiences. Like, I'm looking at the photos of the two of us. I'm looking at like all of the things, like the jewelry box from the souk in Bahrain, and I'm looking at like the Disney wine glass that he got me, and I'm thinking about all these times that we had together, and yeah, I'm crying again. I'm crying again. It doesn't feel sad. I don't feel hurt by those memories anymore. It's just, I'm happy that I got to experience them, and I don't know why I can't stop crying about it. I want to show you a couple of things that I found in the box. So first off, this just about broke me. He bought me an everlasting rose, like from Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite film, and in my head I'm thinking it's probably wilted by now because they don't last forever. They last like years, but I'm thinking also it's been in the attic and it's not temperature controlled, you know. I'm just thinking it's gonna look terrible, it's gonna be dead. And for some reason that made me feel really emotional, and for some reason it's still making me feel really emotional. I don't know why. Welcome to my free therapy session. But I opened it up and it's still perfect. It's still absolutely beautiful. Oh, also on the topic of nice things, I found that necklace. So here is the necklace he got me for our anniversary. Also, I'm gonna start wearing the Disney jersey that he got me. I'm just ready to reintroduce these things back into my life because I like these things. My wine glass, it says I wine because I'm not at Disney, which is so freaking true. And then all of the photos and the cards and everything, I'm gonna put that back in the box and I'm not gonna throw any of it away. I just feel like it was a whole chapter of my life, a really enormous chapter of my life, and it would be kind of almost a little bit reductive to throw it away. And that's no judgment if you've been through a breakup and you've thrown all the stuff away. Girl, I've done that with every other breakup I've gone through. You know, sometimes that's just the best coping strategy that there is for you, and that's fine. But I just don't want to do that. And maybe I will. Maybe I will in like a few years when I meet someone new. Maybe I will. But for right now, I don't want to. I don't want to throw it away. Okay, we need to put this box away and move on because that was a lot, and I feel like I could do with another cup of coffee or like a shot of tequila or something. I don't know, but that was a lot. Oh hey, welcome to the enormous mess that I have created. I now live here because I've blocked the exit route with all the boxes, but I thought that I would continue along the path of sentimental type stuff since we were already kind of in that wheelhouse. So I'm just going through this box that's kind of my, I guess, mementos box, and I am being completely ruthless because that is the mood that I am in. My 2 hours for the day are up, and I am so glad because I'm hungry and my back hurts. Here is our get rid of box, and it is full again today. Today it's full of absolute rubbish. Like, for instance, why do I have this laminated picture of the Pussycat dolls? Why? So I got rid of a box of stuff yesterday, a box of stuff today. I would say that's pretty good going. Now it's time to take a break, eat something, and come back tomorrow and see what we can get rid of. Well, fancy seeing you here again. Okay, let's go. Good lord, it is hot up here today. Okay, I'm gonna start off by picking up where I left off yesterday, which was just moving things around over here to just put things in a space that I think is probably going to be their permanent space. Just to kind of get an idea of how everything's going to fit up here. There are a few boxes back here in this corner that need to be gone through. Everything over this side is Halloween decorations. Everything over in that corner is Christmas decorations. So once I get all of this corner rearranged, I can go through this corner and that'll be everything? Question mark? That seems too easy. It's never that easy. Guys, we need to cut this short today because it is so hot, and I've been hauling boxes from one side of the attic to another, ducking and diving under the beams like a whole obstacle course, and I am sweating. I did manage to get rid of a bunch more stuff today though. I filled that up today. I also got a few more cushions and a backpack. So overall, so far this week, I've gotten rid of a bunch of stuff. We have the stuff from today, the box from yesterday, and the big box from Monday. That's a pretty decent amount of stuff. Not only that, but things are properly coming together now. Like this corner, yeah, that one is pretty much done at this point. I've gone through, it was like the world's most hellish game of Tetris, trying to get all those boxes to fit. But all of that, it's all where it needs to be. So there is still a bunch more stuff on the floor and just in the way, but it is taking shape. Over in this middle section is just, I think, mostly junk. Like, this is the stuff of mine that I'm getting rid of. Over that side is stuff that's not mine, but I'm pretty sure it's junk. Get me out of here because I cannot cope with the heat. Is a new dawn, is a new day, is another trip up the attic, and it's another high fashion outfit. Look, I know what you're thinking. How does she put together so many glam fits? I look like I live in an attic, and this week I kind of feel like I do. Today we're going in with a little bit of a different approach because I had that big pile of stuff right in the middle of the attic that was other people's stuff that I didn't know whether they would want to keep or get rid of. So I'm gonna have my mom come up and go through and see if there's anything that we can get down out of the attic to make a little bit more space and just get rid of it. I don't hold out a lot of hope. She's notoriously very bad at getting rid of stuff. Very bad. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I have no idea what's going on right now. This morning my mom said to me, okay, I'm ready. I want to see what's up the attic. I'm ready to make some decisions. I went, I got the ladder, I put it up. I said, let's go. She said, I'll be 2 seconds. I just need to pop out. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yo, that was 45 minutes ago. I don't think she's coming back. It's fine. I've managed to like move some more things around into the correct places. I feel like I'm just doing a lot of moving things around, and I'm ready to actually get some of this stuff down out of the attic now. I'm falling through the attic. I am falling through the attic. Oh my lord. That was not floor. here's what happened. I was up in the attic waiting for my mom to come home. I did a little bit more decluttering. I was hauling boxes around, getting everything in the right place. I almost fell through the ceiling, all that good stuff. And then I went through all of my parents' stuff with them. They got rid of a bunch of stuff, and I ended up with this big pile of stuff that we were going to get rid of. We had 2 big bags of just trash, and then I think about 5 boxes of stuff to donate or sell on Facebook Marketplace, whatever. We loaded everything up into the boot yesterday. We went to the charity shop. We unloaded it all. I vlogged the whole thing, start to finish. I had all the angles. It was looking good. And then yesterday I went to edit it, and my SD card was corrupted and all the files were lost. I'd like to say that I took the news well. I'm not even being melodramatic this time. Well, maybe a little bit. I didn't. The really freaking unfortunate thing is that there's no way for me to like go back and re-show you that, right? And it's so frustrating because I'd love for you to at least see all the stuff that we got rid of, because that's the best part of a decluttering video, right? Is like seeing all the junk moving out of the house is so satisfying. But what I can do is I can take you up into the attic again today and I can show you the progress I've made so that you can see the before and the after. Is today the day she finally breaks a leg falling out of this hatch? I hope not. So remember at the start of this week when I said that maybe if I dedicated 2 hours a day for 5 days and did that once a month, that maybe by the end of month 3 or month 4, the attic would be finally done. After so many years of trying to get this thing in order. Well, it's done. Look at all of this. It's done. It's done. Look at this space. I can walk. Not easily because of the beams, and I've bumped my head a lot of times this week and I don't want to do it again. But I can walk from one end to the other. I can see every single box that's up here. Everything is visible to me now. Every single box. Not only is all of the clutter gone, not only do we have things spaciously arranged, but all of the boxes are organized. So anything that anyone wanted to find up here, I know where it is because I've grouped all of the like things together. Right down here, Christmas stuff. Over here, arts and crafts. Down there, 70,000 suitcases. I don't know why we own so many. Halloween stuff, kids stuff, and then over here is where we have like sentimental items. Look at me being in the space. So much space. Enough space to twerk, although not well, because my back is not good. Genuinely, I thought this was going to take another 3 or 4 months. I did. If you've been following my attic declutter marathon for a while, then you might remember how terrible it looked when I first started filming this process. But what you might not know is I started decluttering about 2 years before I ever started filming it. When I first came up here, there was no floor space, none at all, and it was a lot of like just black bags with random junk thrown in there and nothing, like no plastic boxes or anything. Like, this has been a process. I feel so proud. Honestly, I feel like this just goes to show that maybe for a big project like this, where there are so many moving parts, you can't really group like items together because you have so many different things going on, that maybe the best thing to do is to tackle it in small chunks like this. Don't forget, if you are trying to declutter your home right now and you don't know where to start, or you need a little bit of extra support or guidance, then you can go ahead and purchase my ebook. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. And now I'm going to leave the attic. I might just come up here though and just like lounge because there's so much room now. Could just lounge. But I'm not going to because I think there's spiders. Remember that you are enough just as you are. I love you so much and I'll see you soon. Bye.